What about gifted hater? What about gifted hater? Who's that?
What the hell is this?
All I knew was if you're a boy, you're going to be a man. And when you're a man, you go fast, you drink a lot, you win, and then you celebrate by getting incredibly drunk.
Yeah, this is a great title. Lights Out, Skate or Die. Jason inspired me to start my own podcast and live without the fear of looking stupid and just have fun. The first half of that I thought was satire. Thought he was joking. Oh, but he wasn't. Thank you, Jason, for inspiring this.
Oh, I have zip.
Dude, what kind of guys are these?
This is real official when she blew my whistle.
Oh shit.
I got a couple members of her favorite band.
Her favorite band.
So we got Braden, we got Curly.
Dude, Curly's a problem, bro. Curly will take your girl. This guy's a real interesting looking type of dude. I've never seen a guy quite like him before. Do you think that's his actual hair or is that a perm? Gotta be a perm, right?
I mean, there's actually a lot of members.
His mic's not on. There's a lot of crazy shit going on here. What stands out to me the most, though, is that they all purchased Liquid Death to do a podcast. Like, well, it's not a podcast without Liquid Death.
The episode.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
And doing drugs.
Why is this edited like fucking true
Speaking
crime?
of animals, have you had any run-ins with coyotes?
This is a contradictory to the rest of my story, but yes, one time I didn't know what coyotes were. I was not familiar with the term coyote. Grimy was my dog the first animal that I owned in America. He was my little buddy. I took him everywhere. He had a gold necklace with a diamond G, because I was a real douche when I was in my prime. I mean, diamond necklaces, like real dickhead. And I was like, my pug needs one too. Like, you fucking idiot, you know? And she calls hysterically screaming, "The coyote took Grimy." I'm like, what? She's like, a coyote. And I'm like, what is a coyote? And somebody sees me because I kind of drop to my knees because I can tell, like, here, my dog is gone. My dog is gone.
What the fuck is happening? The images on screen are completely unrelated to the story that he's telling. Also, what the fuck did him talking about it having a gold chain with a diamond G on it? Is he factoring that into his recountment because he's upset that when his pug got stolen, he also lost that gold chain? Because that had nothing to do with the story.
Here, my dog is gone.
I wish you'd get fucking eaten by a coyote monster.
My dog is gone. And it was hard, man. I took it hard. I got it tattooed on my wrist.
Oh my
I
god.
had it on my helmet for like 3 or 4 years. I was like,
What the fuck is that? Is that like one of those pig squealing competition guys?
caught up with that thing. It made me angry. This is back before I was sober, where, you know, when you cross me, I fucking cross you, you know? Kill a coyote? Yeah, I would kill a coyote.
He's so epic, man. Yeah, I think I would kill a coyote.
Some acid. An imaginary friend told me that my father molested me.
No fucking
Bruh. How many people here know that I'm a professional skateboarder?
Probably would have been a better skateboarder.
I've seen the whole thing, like back in the day when he was like 4th in the world to now.
I'm scared of fun. Like, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and get back up and keep going.
Most of this video is just a bunch of flashing random images and slamming whooshing sound effects. Also saying things that often don't relate to the last thing that he said.
How many people here know that I'm a professional skateboarder?
probably would have been a better skateboarder.
If what? Like, these are just fragments of sentences that are thrown together because they think it sounds cool. He just said skateboarder twice in both of those sentences. Check out frame by frame what's actually happening, like party footage, Jason not landing a vert trick, transitioning into an infrared video of somebody crossing the street. Like, what even is that? And then, like, stock image of a child riding a fucking motorcycle. I really encourage anybody to watch this video on their own without me blabbing over it, because this is such a dense and rich piece of media. Jason, who has nothing original or interesting to say, has been paired up with somebody who looks like they're much less interested in making a narrative documentary, but more concerned with showing off like their Final Cut Pro prowess, which I kind of have sympathy for. Like, what is the guy editing this supposed to do with videos of Jason Ellis talking? Skate or die. They're really busting out all the stops with these transition sound effects. This is straight up edited like a Brian Arnett vlog.
Stoned as a monkey's ass.
Jason is so set up to be funny, like with his tone of voice and his accent. Imagine sounding like him and still not being able to get a laugh.
I feel sorry for coyotes.
Feel what?
So I feel sorry for coyotes.
I heard something about one killed your dog.
Don't bring that up right now. I gotta stay calm.
Oh, yeah, I heard something too.
They are not hunting a coyote right now, are they?
I finally found the image stabilization.
Hell yeah. First coyote of the night.
Well, you got it?
It's all you now, here from here on out, brother.
I didn't even see you get it.
Shit, yeah, I was moving around running.
Dude, these guys are the biggest group of insecure pussies. They're wearing like fucking $500 jackets. What is this? Like I only know guns from Modern Warfare 2, but they have it on a gigantic tripod. They're driving around in a truck to just kill coyotes because apparently his dog got killed by a coyote. I mean, this is so fucking pointless. The only way this would even be marginally impressive is if you like went out with a knife. If you wanted to have some epic avenge my dead pug story, you'd be like, I went out into the middle of the night with nothing but a pair of boxers and a buck knife, and I slew the first coyote I could get my hands on. And I like bathed in its blood under the light of the full moon. You went around with 3 friends. As human beings, the amount of resources and technology that you have that put you at such an absurd advantage. Also, you're hunting an animal that poses 0 threat to your person physically. And then they film they film themselves doing it? Like, this is fucking cool? Hell yeah, dude, got one. This isn't even hard. I think part of the point here is that it is supposed to be used as some kind of plot device, but it's really ill thought out. Like, I don't know what it proves at all about Jason as a person, because, you know, so much of his storied past or whatever, that's what this documentary is supposed to be exploring. And it's supposed to be about his, evolution as a person. He even says in the beginning of this documentary, back when I wasn't sober, if you crossed me, then I would cross you. But that's phrased like now he is sober. And then he's filming himself killing a coyote because a coyote killed his dog like fucking 25 years ago or something.
It made me angry. This is back before I was sober, where, you know, when you cross me, I fucking cross you, you know?
He's contradicting himself while he's supposed to be in the process of bragging about how he's a better person now. Back when I was on drugs, like, I used to be all about revenge. So here's a video of me sober getting revenge. The only way that this makes sense as a theme in the documentary to demonstrate that Jason has changed as a person would be if he had like a coyote in his sights and he was about to pull the trigger and then he went, nah, man, I don't do that anymore. then be like, okay, but instead it's just a montage of him and his friends fucking killing these things.
You got it?
It's all you now, from here on out, brother.
I didn't even see you get it.
I have so much to say about Jason Ellis. He's such a crooked, fake ass fucking dude. I've had at least 5 DMs from random girls who have watched any of the videos that I've made about him, and they'd be like, oh, Jason Ellis is a complete piece of shit. So guys like Jason do this performative vulnerability thing where he gets on stage, and this is like a lot of comedians do this, and it's fucking sketchy. They will justify their like horrible behavior, you know, usually treatment of women, whatever, and they'll spin this yarn about how it's part of their like personal evolution and growth. And if you have like a platform to explain all of your trauma and how you're working on it and everything, then it's like, oh, I'm not like a terrible person. I'm actually just telling my own story and making myself relatable to other people. It's like, no, you're just a piece of shit and you happen to do what is comedy, so that you can, you know, shoehorn it into your fucking routine or whatever. But a lot of people like him, they just like over-explain their shitty behavior. They're like, oh, I'm working on it. That's why it's a defense mechanism for him to be like, I'm gay, I blow dudes.
I think I've been getting a lot gayer lately. I'm
Before-
a raging homo
before-
now.
I'm not gay.
I don't know if I can date a man. I don't know. I don't know if I can date anyone.
Oh my God.
I feel bad for anybody that dates me.
Why?
Because I'm always, you know, trying to bone somebody.
Trying to what?
Have sex with guys and girls all the time.
So don't date. Like, this is exactly what I'm doing. You see, he's trying to frame this as him being like vulnerable while he's just a complete piece of shit. I feel bad for anybody that dates me. So don't date them. If you know you're going to be a piece of shit to these women, then just don't date them. Like, it's easy. It's so fucking simple. Just keep having random gay sex with people that you want to fuck, if that's even true. Like, what is this? You're just taking zero accountability for your own fucking circumstance and then painting it as this tragic tale. You're in complete fucking control.
I got a little gay. This is uncomfortable because I can tell you, I mean, this is like full-on gay talk, but
I just cannot help but find stuff out about Jason without even meaning to. Like, this clip I'm about to show you is from, I don't know, one of his routines. I only found out about it because I just happened to click play in the middle of the video because I was looking for a different part of this show that I was already familiar with. I have never actually listened to the entire thing. He's just admitting to being a fucking sex pest on stage.
first we went to a bowling alley and she ordered a tray of lemon drops. And I was trying not to drink. I've had a struggle with that my whole life. And she drank them all. And I was like, well, that's really gnarly. Let's go back to your house, you know? So we go back to her house, and I don't want to get into that bit, it's gross, but I can tell you, on the street, guys, right in the puss, you guys. Right in there. So I go to, it's cool, whatever, I go to sleep. And then all of a sudden in the middle of the night, she's up trying to find the toilet. It's her house. And then there's an assistant that comes in, but I don't even know who I came in late, you know what I mean? I didn't know you had an assistant, I thought you lived here by yourself. Who is this strange lady? And she's like, no, the toilet's over here. And then finally she finds it, and then she comes back in looking for some extra, and I'm pretty tapped. It's been emotional.
Dude, why would you ever admit this publicly? That you went on a date with a girl, watched her drink a tray of lemon drops. I don't even know what a fucking tray of lemon drops means. I assume that's like minimum 6 drinks. So this lady's fucking wasted. And then you say, oh, I have an idea. Let's go back to your place on a first date. And then you fuck her. And then afterwards, she's so drunk, she doesn't know where her toilet is in her own house. Why would you share this information with the public fucking ever and then frame it in this like comedic thing? Like, haven't I lived such a crazy life, guys? You know, I tie a bundle of laughs. I've been fucking women that are barely conscious. Isn't that hilarious? And I don't want to be the fucking PC police here. You know, it's one thing to have done this you know, and make a mistake. It's another thing to fucking brag about this on stage and use it as part of your brand. Meanwhile, 2 seconds before this, he's talking about how gay he is. And if you don't understand, he's always referencing his homosexuality because he thinks that it is an excuse for his sexual behavior. Like, if he is promiscuous with both sexes, then it is more acceptable and it justifies his odd, fucking weird predatory behavior. Like, say you were in an all-dude 25-man gangbang the night before this event allegedly transpired with this woman who drank so much that she couldn't find her own toilet. Does that make it any more acceptable? No, obviously not. He still fucked somebody that was seemingly barely fucking conscious. This doesn't change anything about your behavior. He just optically thinks that it helps him out a little bit, so he uses this idea of gayness to protect himself from consequences of his own actions. And mind you, these are all things that he has done that he finds acceptable to tell the public. Like, I don't even have to tell you to imagine the shit that he does that he is actually ashamed enough to not talk about. So many of these like podcasts and stuff are just people like Jason Ellis just talking about themselves. But I'm not a perfect person. I've made a lot of mistakes. But it's like, just because you wear fucking pink knee pads and a pink helmet at the skate park, that doesn't mean that we forgive you, or any of the people that have DM'd me on Instagram forgive you for your shitty fucking behavior. That's what Bert does do. A lot of fucking, like, it makes me want to puke when comedians talk about therapy all the time. So it's like, I know what you guys are doing. There seems to be like this accepted standard that like, oh, we're comedians, we live an unconventional lifestyle, things are different for us. It's like, no, you guys are just shitty.
Dude, when my parents got divorced, I think I was like 4. My mom dated some really bad people, some junkies. I saw people shoot up in front of me. One of my mom's boyfriends, I hate doing this, but one of my mom's boyfriend offered me crystal meth.
No, you don't. He loves this shit. He talks about this. He talks about himself every fucking week. Jason Ellis pretending he doesn't like talking about his past would be like me saying I hate talking about Jason Ellis. Only if I said that, it would be wrong, but at least slightly believable, because I've made 4 videos on Jason Ellis, I think now. Jason Ellis has probably made 4,000 videos on himself.
In that time
Pink phone case, of course.
frame, how has skate culture changed? You've seen it come and go.
Oh, yeah. The skateboarding scene now has never been cooler, but it's also never been more oversaturated with people that aren't real skateboarders. So real skateboarders don't make, like, vert dudes don't make money. And they're so good. And now that's the other thing, like people buy skateboards and they put them on the wall. People don't skate.
This is exactly how it feels when you get caught in the sights of an old head. I've been punished a couple times, especially on that sci-fi tour where there's an OG going, and then he's looking at me. I'm like, oh God, here we go. I'm about to hear about this dude's worldview right now for fucking 15 minutes, and I'm gonna have to fight to get out of this conversation. Some people, you talk to them and it's just like a wall of speech, and you have to like wait for a chink in the armor to like just like get a word in and then try to steer the conversation away from wherever this person is taking it, because they're not going to be taking the conversation in any direction that involves you leaving. Hearing Jason Ellis talk about skating is like, so many skateboarders have like zero ability really to articulate what is even going on in the very thing that they have like spent their entire life focused on. What do you mean there are so few real skaters? And then he says, well, the vert skaters don't get paid and they're so good. So what are you saying exactly? That like street skaters aren't skaters? Because it's unclear. I don't think that's necessarily what he meant. And then he said, oh yeah, well, people buy skateboards and put them on the wall. People don't skate. You literally sell decorative skateboards you were selling them on the Hawk versus Wolf website. Diptych, 2 Diptych boards, one of you and one of Tony. Those are boards specifically designed to be hung. Those are decorative. So I have no fucking idea why he's even complaining about that. As if real skaters listen to like the Hawk versus Wolf podcast.
Just took those ones from the park to put on my wall.
People, I sell skateboards at comedy shows.
Yeah.
More than I did when I was top 3 in the world. I'm pretty sure 90% of the people that buy my skateboard at the comedy show, they're not skating it. They just put it on the wall.
Wow, he's like unbelievably stupid. If you just subbed out the skateboards for posters, man, it would be the same thing. Also, I don't know what world he was fucking top 4 in. Like, I don't even want to get into that because it's just like, I have no way of proving that he was not top 4 and I don't give a shit. How many times has he dropped that he's top 4?
Was Jason a fluke top 4 or top 3 in the world for like 3 days? I have no idea. He just keeps dropping it in conversation whenever he possibly can.
He's selling skateboards at a comedy show. It's not relevant. It doesn't pertain to skateboarding. He sells these fucking boards at his shows and he goes, the people that come to my comedy shows, they don't even skate. It's like, no shit, man. They're there to watch you do your shitty stand-up. How are you extrapolating that idea and applying it onto the skate industry at large? That's your own extremely personal niche experience. Maybe he thinks that skateboarders don't buy his boards because he thinks nobody skateboards anymore, but it's like skateboarders don't buy your boards because you're not cool in skateboarding. There's a lot of cool skateboards you could buy and yours is not one of them. So actual skaters are not going to purchase a fucking Jason Ellis Pro model. You fucking skate for the boonies. Like, you have ostracized yourself and embarrassed yourself on a multitude of different levels. And now you've dug yourself even further by, besides edgelord, skating for the worst possible brand, by the guy accepting millions of dollars from the Russian government. And again, his whole thing is like, oh, I'm Mr. Patriot, Black Rifle Coffee Company. Will I skate for a Russian asset? Sure, why not? I'm a fucking patriot. I'm gay and I wear pink elbow and knee pads at the skate park and I have a pink phone case. Wait, I'm not gay anymore.
I don't know if Jason is playing dumb or he's actually this stupid, but being like, yeah, people buy skateboards, but they don't skate them anymore. It's like, you are skating for a board brand that doesn't have any appeal whatsoever to real core skateboarders at all. Like, this entire thing is a weird, like, Peter Pan fantasy that has been concocted by Tim Pool so that he can feel like he is cool in a subculture that he's always wanted to be accepted by. And the only guys that buy this shit are people that listen to his podcast. They have no fucking idea about skateboarding. So if you're actually concerned about selling skateboards to skateboarders, you wouldn't be skating for a brand and co-signing, agreeing to do deals with somebody who has absolutely zero impact on actual skateboarding itself. Tim's idea of shaping culture in skateboarding is making spoofs of barracks videos that even if the barracks made themselves in 2025, they wouldn't be a success. Just look at the Boonies YouTube channel. There is not a single original idea on there. It's all a fantasy. This is like a fake culture war ancillary piece of some political movement that has nothing to do with actual skateboarding itself. It's just a guy using skateboarding as part of his business model.
You just put it on the wall.
Do you charge extra for a signature?
Yep.
Fuck yeah. I love it. Let's go grab some coffee.
Hell yeah.
How you doing, mate?
John.
Jason.
Jason, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Here you guys are here to skate around, get some energy drinks.
And then when SiriusXM let me go, I was like, let's just try. So I just started trying it, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, oh, here we go. I'm just hooked.
I've heard so many stand-up comedians say that same thing, like, I just fell in love with it. I'm hooked on it. You're hooked on attention, buddy.
I was the second person to ever jump the mega ramp. So I got knocked out in Australia jumping off this wall.
So he jumped off of this roof onto the...
What? Now we have the Dune soundtrack? I don't even know what the tone of this is supposed to be.
So he jumped off of this roof onto the end of the ramp and got in the back seat, smacked his head.
I got knocked out and was like in and out of...
What the fuck? Dude, this is so fucking stupid.
Up in hospital, and the nurse was wiping my balls and my penis with a warm towel. Came in, I was like, hey, it's not cheating if you get knocked out. I had a joke on immediate consciousness.
Oh, you're a fucking genius, bro. You're so funny. He's so proud of that, too.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, I'm so fucking cool. I jumped on my head and then I made a joke about cheating on my wife right afterwards because the nurse, I just shat myself and the nurse was cleaning up me dirty bum. I was like, hey, it's not cheating if I've knocked myself out by jumping on top of my head and shat myself and the job is to clean me up there, is it now? That was pretty cool.
I'm not afraid to admit I'm scared of everything.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Persecuted, vulnerable male. Oh, I'm scared of everything, mate. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Fuck you, man.
I'm not gonna stop. Like, if I'm scared, I'll face it.
You know what's really scary is hunting coyotes that are terrified of human beings with my rifle on a tripod and shoot. That's real fear. I'm terrified of a fucking coyote.
So how many people here know that I'm a professional skateboarder?
This is just lifestyle slop. Comedy, skateboarding, violence.
You're jumping for a small one.
I'm angry. I've been angry. I've been a very angry person because anger is sadness. But sex and love addiction, and I'm in the meeting, I'm like, fuck, I gotta know, how many afflictions do you have, dude?
Comedians doing podcasts, just trauma dumping. That's what is supposed to be considered entertainment. And then the type of audience that it attracts, people that are like dumb enough to be like, wow, I can't believe he's so comfortable sharing all of this stuff. He's so brave. If you remove the context of this, of him speaking on his podcast or his show, if you ran into a guy like this at a party and he was speaking the way that Jason Ellis does on the internet, you would be like, this guy is so fucking whack. But for some reason, people just accept this if it's on, if it's an internet show.
Mental health, depression, just fucking cheer up. Shut the fuck up. If you get knocked out, you done.
There.
Like, no one's gonna let me compete. Nobody stopped me. Like, if I was skating, I could deal with it. As soon as I'm not skating, I need to be high. When you drink like I do, you party like I do. In skateboarding, you find your kind. You know. So there were people.
It's so fucking nauseating, man. So many of the people I think that I watch have sort of the same, it's John Hill syndrome, the insatiable desire to discuss oneself. If you watch other stand-up comedians, like I watched Dimitri Martin, I think that's who it was, his stand-up, and then he's like making jokes about salads. And they're really smart, they're really funny, but so many people get into making jokes, making comedy just as a reason to bring more attention to yourself. Like, that's why it's not art, because the underlying driving force of Jason Ellis and his stand-up is just attention. There's no like curiosity or creativity really in like any of what he does. Like, I've seen his stand-up. It's painfully predictable. He's not fucking topical. He doesn't investigate anything.
Because I was already...
Comedy can be art though. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what he is doing is not art.
Hello! How you doing, little boys and girls? My name is Jason Ellis. And I don't want to do it anymore. That's okay, come, seriously. Can I just get a little bit of slack? I don't want it to stop. I think I'm gonna jump off that one. I'm gonna go have a look at...
Honestly, I thought Ellis was gonna die. Yeah, I honestly was afraid I was gonna die.
My name's Jason Ellis. I'm a professional skateboarder.
What's funny is when you see these clips of him, even when he's like a young man and he's supposed to be cool, he like was never funny. Like, if you watch an old clip of Bam or something like that, or Johnny Knoxville, it's like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking hilarious. It's not surprising to me that he turned into this fucking monster. Just because you were young at one point and like good at something, that doesn't mean you were like a cool or likable person.
There's no point. What's the point? You can already do what I'm gonna do. May as well just jump off something, problem solved.
When I saw him get up there and he didn't have a helmet on, I was like, please, please, that's way too high.
I didn't remember I was molested until I was, I think...
This part is so odd. There are these disembodied voices speaking about this epic slam where Jason like climbed into the rafters and attempted some moronic stunt because he wasn't good enough to actually do a real trick.
When I saw him get up there and he didn't have a helmet on, I was like, Please, please. That's way too high.
Then, as we're being prepared to hear about how this whole story wraps up and the epic climactic moment where Jason jumped onto his head, the story is just interrupted by Jason going, I was molested.
An imaginary friend told me that my father molested me.
No fucking way.
He was only 3, and it's forever scarring. I'm glad it happened now.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck are you talking about, Jason? You're glad your father molested you.
You know, like all the bad things that have happened to me, all the experiences that I've gone through, like I'm alive now to talk about it.
So is he basically saying he's glad that he got molested because now he can talk about it?
Jason is really bad at explaining himself, and that in combination with how disjointedly this whole thing is edited, it basically seems like what he's saying is like the most extreme version of anything for views. Like, yeah, I mean, I was molested as a kid, but now I can use it for content. So it's actually a good thing that happened to me. Like, is that what he means to say? I have no fucking idea, but that is the way that I am interpreting it, because that is the way that it is portrayed in this part of the video.
I'm glad it happened now.
Your psychological foundations are formed and strengthened in childhood, or perhaps not strengthened enough. Most people carry these imbalances with them their entire lives and never discover that they can be changed with hard work. DJ Struggle, I agree with what you're saying. I think it's very common these days for people to self-diagnose, or if they receive a professional diagnosis, they will be like, okay, I have this affliction, I have this disorder, therefore I behave this way. And because I suffer from this, this is a justification for my behavior and an explanation for my behavior. But it's like receiving a diagnosis, the point of that is so that you can learn how to live with that and treat it so that it doesn't dominate and destroy your life. I just view Jason as a guy who's like, here are all these things that happened to me and I've been a complete piece of shit my whole life, but this is why I am a piece of shit. It's like, at what point are you gonna like be a better person? Because I've been paying attention to you for like a year and a half now, and everything that you have done is just sucks more than the last thing. It's not like you've turned around and become like a selfless individual. It's still entirely fucking Jason Ellis centric. Nothing has changed about him as a person. And it's always the people who are constantly talking about therapy, constantly talking about self-improvement, that are the most annoying fucking self-indulgent people that there are. Because this is the personality type that gets attracted to like self-help and discussing their own journey. I don't know why it's so fucking, I know why it's interesting to me because I'm hate watching, but for people to take genuine inspiration from this stuff is fucking baffling.
I've been addicted to every drug. I've done everything wrong. I've hurt all these people, not maliciously, but I've hurt people that I love. You know, I've got wives that I'm no longer with, that I love. I'll always love them. A part of them will always hate me.
Oh my God.
Because I was a dickhead.
That's such a funny way of phrasing it. I have ex-wives who I'll always love part of me, and part of them will always hate me because I was a dickhead. Like, something about that doesn't really sound right, Jason. This actually, it's a really good encapsulation of what I'm trying to explain, which is using this idea of like admission and penance, but still placing yourself at the forefront of the conversation and as the most important topic, the most important part of it. Jason speaks about other people and his transgressions against them as like these additional pieces to his own story. So whatever he's talking about, whether he's wronged, cheated, what hurt these people, they are all just plot points to him. It's always him at the center of everything.
Them will always hate me because I was a dickhead.
So it's like, what is that even dichotomy that you're pointing out? I will always love them because we had a relationship, but part of them will always hate me because I was a dick. What's your point exactly? That you were just like a piece of shit and these people have a right, these people that trusted you, you violated their trust and they have a right to hate you? Well, just because you say these things out loud and on camera, it's like, it doesn't make you admirable. It's like, at some point you should have shame. Where is the shame?
My daughter saved my life straight up.
Oh my fucking God.
I didn't plan on it. But when she was born, I am a good person.
Dude, he really is one of the most pathetic fucking people of all time.
Just a person that is so damaged.
Oh, it's exactly what I fucking said. Might also have to do with the syndrome of telling everyone about your goals. People often have a harder time achieving goals because the act of telling people relieves the part of their brain that would be rewarded by achieving the goal. He's always told people about how fucking crazy, asshole, stupid. He's received enough gratification that people know he's trying to do better. He never makes huge steps to change. Yeah, I think that's a good point, DB Cooper. Talking about self-improvement does scratch an itch in a more instantly gratifying way than actually taking the time to improve as a person. That's a good point. It's almost too perfect that right after I had explained Jason using people in his life as sub-characters that are supposed to embellish his own personal narrative, he would say something this just flat out narcissistic. My daughter saved my own life. He's not even capable of supplying an explanation for why he would say this. He just breaks down, crumbles, and goes,
I am a good person.
If you're going to say something like that, you need to explain it. The only reason he's saying that is because he's heard 100 other people who have been kicked in the head say that exact line, and he thinks it sounds good.
So addicted to running from his troubles that I did the best I could.
What? I don't know what he does that makes him think he is a good person. Like, he basically just used his daughter as like a chess piece to be like, okay, here's another aspect of my personal story. My daughter saved my life. It's like, okay, how? You didn't explain that. And then also just said, oh, I'm a good person. I'm just really damaged. What do you do that makes you a good person? Because everything that you have described is shitty. You're being shitty now. Hunting coyotes for sport. It's just serving as B-roll for a documentary where you discuss parts of your life that you have already discussed for thousands of hours everywhere else on the internet, just this time in an extremely disjointed and over-edited montage. How are you a good person? You skate for Tim Pool. How are you a good person? How are you helping anybody? What are you doing that is, selfless or positive for society in any fucking way? You think you're a good person? I don't think anybody should answer that question. I think claiming that you are a good person is fucking nuts. Like, only people that are terrible will claim to be good people, because anybody that hasn't committed thousands of fucking crimes in their life is like, I think my resume is self-evident. If you know me, then you can make your mind up about that. It's not my question to answer.
You got to learn the hard way.
Going.
That's Jason. You got to learn the hard way.
There needs to be serious punishment and repercussions associated with ever referring to yourself in the third person by your first name. That's Jason. You are Jason. How dare you speak this way? He's talking like he's his own grandmother, fondly recalling memories, but it's just fucking him talking about himself. Just look at his face, man. He's a monster. This is the face that he makes when he thinks about Jason. That's me, Jason. I'm just so fucking damaged, but I'm a good person.
That's Jason. You got to learn the hard way. That's the only way I've learned everything in my life, is the hard way. And that's, I would say, don't worry so much.
His whole narrative is, oh, here's all the mistakes that I've made, but now I'm here, which makes me an inspiring person. Like, there should be an individual on the other side of that like demonstrates some characteristics that make them relatable and likable, and that there is anything that you could learn from this person whatsoever. What the fuck is there to learn from Jason? What wisdom does he have to impart upon you? He's an idiot. He's just a confident idiot. Cautionary tale. I guess don't do a bunch of drugs and drink and jump onto your head from the rafters into a vert ramp. Like, I don't know how that would exactly help a lot of people. I think that would be common knowledge already.
Gonna work out. That's my advice to young Jason, because I think I worried. I was like, you're a fuck up. Sooner or later, it's gonna come get you in a real bad way. I burnt the people that I care about. But the good thing about it is, because that hurts still to this day, every day of my life, I think about that, it helps me. It gives me drive to be a good person now.
I look like I know what I'm doing. It's half the game.
Oh my God.
Little do you know.
My name is Jason Ellis.
So
No idea.
uncool. What is that fitting into, like, narrative wise and with the arc? It's like, yeah, I just shot a fucking a defenseless coyote. If your story is about like progression and overcoming your demons, evolving as a person, I think that if this was supposed to be written in any type of legitimately reflective or intelligent fashion, you would come to the conclusion almost immediately that revenge is not going to solve anything. It's a futile endeavor because it's like the coyote, it's not personal to the coyote. The coyote is just a wild animal. It does not think the way that you think. It stole your pug because it needs to eat to survive. You went back and shot a random coyote, had nothing to do with this situation because you're like upset about it years later. There is no connective tissue there. It's just like very baseline, stupid human thinking. It's insane. He thinks this makes him look good. Yeah, I mean, it's so uncool. And I'm saying it's not only uncool, it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't align with the attempted theme of the video. Hurt people, hurt coyotes. The coyote starts as this really dumb shoehorned in idea. And at the end, Jason bravely executes one from 200 yards away with a scoped rifle that's supposed to represent some big achievement and success, like he's overcome some kind of obstacle. Ironically, I think it does the complete opposite. It just showcases the fact that Jason refuses to really understand himself and understand his own behavior. Therefore, he is doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again, which are that he will hurt people around him. He can spare the coyote. That's the obvious choice. But instead, he acts upon his own impulses and he behaves selfishly and he kills it and proves what? He's proven that he hasn't actually changed. And not only that, he doesn't understand what it would take to change. So how could he?
What about Gifted Hater? What about Gifted Hater? Who's that?